Cybersecurity. Ransomware. It is not if you're going to be hit, it's when. Because you got employees now that don't know what to do on the internet on your systems. Okay? You got employees that are surfing everywhere. You got employees that are opening up emails. So now they extort money. So what happens is they open up a software or email that are enormously disguised now. They're disguised in wind faxes. They're disguised in blurred vision. So when you click on it, thinking it'll come to light, you just got a bomb. I almost fell for that. And it's real life. I almost fell for that last weekend. I got an email from what I thought I knew and looked familiar, and embodied in the email was a blurred vision of a note. And I thought, damn, I can't read that. I almost clicked it. So what I do, I went to my iPhone and clicked it, because iPhones are extremely secure when it comes to that. If you have a question as to whether or not something is a virus or not, I go through my iPhone. Okay, it's secured. I like it. I'm not endorsing that, but it seems to work for us. So I almost clicked it because I thought, well, if I click it, then it'll come to my screen and I'll see it better. So I almost got hit. So that's what happens. So now disguised in drop boxes. I mean, they're all kind of things. Ransomware. So now what happens is you get a nice little thing on your screen that says, for XYZ dollars, I will release your software. Okay? Ransomware. Okay? You can't get access to your system. It completely shuts down your system. Emails, whatever it is. Great example. Okay? Disguised. Contains malware. We all get them. We all get information from Oprah. Everyone gets an email from Oprah. The latest and greatest. So what happens is you can't get into your system until you transfer XYZ dollars by international Bitcoin currency. And then they give your file back. There used to be an honor among thieves. 4 or 5 years ago, you would know that they give you back the information. Now 80% of the Bitcoin currency comes through China. 80% of all Bitcoin currency comes through China. So you can kiss your information goodbye. So then you got a huge HIPAA violation because you got a breach. 500 and under, patient charts, you got certain requirements. Over 501, you now have got to notify the FTC, the federal government. You now got to have a 1-800 number. You now got to advertise you had a breach. You now got to notify your 5, 7, 10,000 patients. You got a breach. You now got to have reporting agency requirements where you got to pay for them to monitor the credit reports. The last one we worked with on this particular matter, the hackers had a 1-800 number service. I'll say 1-800. They had a toll-free number that was probably somewhere in a cave. Okay? But they become so sophisticated now that they have customer service departments. How does that happen? How do the hackers have better service than my dental clients? Okay? That's the world we live in now. Okay? So then you hope once you transfer it, they restore it. Chances are that information is sold somewhere in the black market. So what do? Okay? You got to have a plan. After the breach, I will guarantee you 95% of your IT guys have no idea how to handle this. No idea. No idea. I'll never forget, we had a breach, called my guy's IT guy. I said, all right, what are we going to do? Where to come through? How are we going to close it? What patches are we using? Are you using Cisco software? What are we using? How are you going to track it? I need the holes plugged. I need to find out what went out. He was like, what? You're the IT guy. You tell me. So he goes, I got to call you back. All right, call me back. I call him 11 o'clock at night. What's going on? How are we going to dissect it? Do we need to meet tomorrow? We need to run some software. I need to track this information, find out what went wrong, where are we at? He said, I got a headache. I'll have to call you back tomorrow. I'm like, you got a headache? Our client is out. Out. You got a headache. So IT guys have no idea. You got to go to a special service. They got to track it. Most of it is coming from the Eastern Bloc of Europe. Okay. They now have services that you can monitor what comes in, what comes out. It is a worthwhile investment to once a year, once a month, have a cleaning, figure out what's going on, close. How many of you have employees, you don't have to show me hands, but example, that you don't close their emails in your practice? Or you're using your personal email to get information back and forth to the practice. That's a problem. So what do you suffer master breach? Okay. Laptops. You got to be careful what you do at Starbucks. I love Starbucks. Open Airways. It's a killer. Sensitive data. You got to protect it. You got to protect your iPhones now. Okay. Galaxies. Got to protect them. Because you guys have enormous sensitive information that's coming in and out of your iPhones. Galaxies, whatever it is. You've got to encrypt that. You've got to encrypt that. Limit your employees' access. If your employees have access after hours to your office, you've got to set protocols for what they can and can't do on their cell phones in relation to where they're at. You got to have firewall after firewall. Because one firewall only keeps the honest crooks out. Okay? If they're hacking into the government, the FBI, you've got no chance. But there's things you can do. Things you can do. Okay? Update software. Encrypt your laptops, smartphones, USBs. Encrypt. If you are sending information back and forth to doctors, encrypt. It is very easy to encrypt. Encrypt. Okay, your vendors. You got to understand where and who has access to your systems. If you got third-party vendors that have access to your systems, in and out. Okay? What happens if they're hacked? What happens if your CPA is hacked? What happens if your consultant is hacked? Okay? What happens? They're coming right to you. You'll never know it. Okay? Backups. I've got clients that are still using zip drives to back up their information. You got to back it up off-site. Okay? Dual systems. If one crashes, you got access to another one. Okay? Guidelines.